I'm Rita Heikenfeld, and welcome to Love Starts in the Kitchen. I'm so glad you joined me today because I'm going to take the fear out of preparing fish. It's called Fish Without Fear. We're going to do a wonderful pan-roasted salmon. Think of the people you're serving. These are probably about 3-ounce portions. You could certainly do the whole fillet on the grill as well. But the first thing you want to start off with is make sure your salmon is perfectly dry. And I dried this off with paper towels ahead of time. Because when you pan-sear salmon, what's going to happen is you don't want any extra moisture to pop around in the skillet. So we'll start there. And we're going to saute it in a little bit of olive oil. And because we're pan roasting this on top of the stove, finishing it in the oven, I have a great oven-proof pan. I'm just going to film the bottom of my skillet with olive oil. And we'll get that started to heat. There we go. There we go. Okay. And now we're going to season up the fillet. I have a mixture here. It's called my Master Seasoning Mix, and I'm going to share that with you on our website. It's just sea salt, some black pepper, some paprika, a little bit of celery salt, a little bit of garlic powder. That's all it is. Now, if you don't like this seasoning, or if you want just plain salt and pepper, you could certainly season it with just some freshly ground pepper and salt. This looks good. We're going to season the other side, and then we'll be ready to saute. Okay, there we go. Now what I'm going to do before I put my salmon in is I'm going to saute some sliced garlic and a little bit of lemon juice in the skillet. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Well, I've got my hot olive oil in the skillet, and while that's heating up a little bit more, I'm going to go ahead and get my lemon ready for juicing and my garlic ready for adding to the hot skillet. And this, you can tell this is going to be hot by it's going to start shimmering, and that's just about there. So let's go ahead, and usually for every piece of fish, I use 1 clove of garlic, and notice that the garlic is sliced. You could put a whole clove in, but the sliced garlic gives it really a great flavor. And I know what some of you are thinking. Can I use jarred garlic? Sure you can. Just make sure you drain it real well so you don't get any extra moisture. Use a little bit less because to my palate, jarred garlic tastes a little stronger. This is looking really, really good. What this garlic is going to do is going to flavor the olive oil. That is looking good. Lemongrass. It's a wonderful lemon herb, great for using in seafood. And since I have some, this is actually from my lemongrass plant that I have wintering over in the house. Let's add some of that. Lemongrass is used a lot in Thai cooking, and I want to show you a little bit here. Oh, this is really looking good. The leaves of lemongrass are really, really tough. They make a great seasoning, but you can't chew them. So what I'm going to do, just going to throw that lemongrass in the skillet, just like that. Turn that down a bit. Oh my gosh, that lemon flavor is already coming through. We're going to slice a little bit of lemongrass too. And I want to talk a little bit too. Lemongrass is actually a grass, and when you use it in cooking, you have to peel it down, down, down until you reach the part of the root that is pink. And that's when you know you can slice and saute it. It won't be tough. So let's go ahead and just slice a few pieces of lemongrass, because as you know, lemon goes great with salmon. So, okay. We're going to squeeze some lemon juice in just a moment, but let's get this going. Oh, it smells so wonderful. All right. Now, as far as sauteing, which side to saute first? I have the skin side up on this fish, and if you want to serve this to guests, you should first put the fish in the fat bone side up. That means the presentation side. And the reason is the skillet will be the cleanest, the hottest, and you see this discoloration from the skin, just looks like it looks better this way. Now what happens if you happen to put it skin side down? It's okay. Remember, it's not just about the food, but who shares it with you. So we're going to go ahead and get these going, and what I'm going to do in the skillet, I'm just going to brown them, get them brown a little bit. We're going to finish them in a hot oven about 400 degrees, and it's going to finish cooking. This is a great technique for when you're serving large groups of people or you're having guests over. All right, I may as well throw this little piece in there too. Seafood, by the way, does not take long to cook. If you've ever been in a restaurant and you've ordered salmon or tuna and it's dry as a bone, oh my gosh, it can overcook so quick. So the old rule of 10 minutes per inch of thickness is about right. And what you do is you look at your fish and take a ruler and measure the widest part. And if it's, say, about an inch here, check your fish after 7 minutes because it may already be done. So 7 to 10 minutes per inch of thickness. Okay, this is looking good. We're going to turn it over in a minute, and then we're going to go ahead, put it in the oven. This is almost ready to turn. So what I'm going to do now is just squeeze some lemon juice on top. Just a squeeze of lemon juice. And that, again, adds some flavor, a little bit more moisture. Great. And you can hear it popping and sizzling. So this is looking good. Beautiful. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to remove this from the stovetop, put it in the oven. Well, it's been about 6 minutes. I'm going to check our fish that I put in the oven. 400, 425 degree oven, 6 to 7 minutes. Let's see if it's done. Look at that. I'm going to show you how to tell if it's done. Another restaurant secret. What you can do is you can take a knife and find the biggest fish, the biggest piece of fish. Just sort of poke in the center and see. Now the center should be slightly translucent, not all the way opaque. And the reason is that carryover cooking will continue to cook the fish, the residual heat that's left. This looks great. Almost done. So I'm going to let it finish cooking. The residual heat of the skillet, as I said, will let it finish cooking.